Hi guys, Steve the Transit Camper, just checking in. Haven't got an overnight video this week for you, but I've just got a little bit of news and what we're doing at the moment. So just gonna go and take some stuff to the tip because Mrs. Baby's been ordering loads of things from Amazon and I'm overrun with cardboard boxes. Let's get the tip run sorted first. How are you, buddy? All right. So this is mostly Mrs. Baby's stuff. IKEA, Amazon, you name it. And a dinghy that was never any good. Anyone's thinking of using a chemical loo in the camper van, forget it. This is going to the tip. Absolutely stinks of chemicals. So I'll tell you a little bit more about why I've got rid of my Portaloo, the chemical one, and I'll show you what I've done instead. Much better. All done, let's hit the road. You might notice something new there. I'll show you that when we get back. So we're safely back on the drive and you've just seen me throw away that Portaloo that I bought. I bought it off Amazon probably about 2 years ago. And to be honest, we've never really got on with it. And let me tell you why. So when you put the chemicals in, normally it would be in a caravan or a caravanette or even some vans, to be honest. And it would be in a well-ventilated area. So it'd have a vent right next to it in the bathroom going out to the outside world. And the smell of the chemicals just drifts away. But let me tell you, I haven't got a vented area where we keep our latrine, and it absolutely stinks. And there's that chemical smell constantly in the van that me and Mrs. Baby have just now got sick of. So she suggested, why don't we just get a simple Portaloo that you just use, and then when you finish a camp, you take it out in like a bucket form, take it in the ice, get rid of it, give it a wash. And you could also put a bit of disinfectant in it as you're using it while you're away. So yeah, I thought of that and I thought, it's going to cost a bit of money, but they're not too bad. Got one off Amazon. I'll show you that in a minute and I'll show you what I've had to do to accommodate that in the back of the van as well. So we're in the back of the van now, just on the drive. And already I'm sat in here and I'm thinking, there's just none of that horrible chemical smell. Now, some people might think, oh, it's the cheap chemicals, but it's not. We've paid expensive chemicals and we've paid for cheap chemicals, both from Amazon, and we get the same results. There's just that, I don't know how to describe the aroma. It's not the smell of urine or toilet, you know, that kind of smell. It's just a smell of, oh, I can't even describe it. But it's just constantly there in the background and we've just had enough of it, to be honest. So let me show you what we've had to do to accommodate the new one. So I've had to extend the cupboard out this much. That's where the latrine used to sit. And we've extended it, which has allowed me to put a new pocket in there, which we'll use for something. And I've used the same door. The only problem was, couldn't get the same color material or felt, whatever you want to call it. So that's a little bit annoying, but we'll get used to that. So let me show you inside. So we're still using the bands, just stops the doors banging. And now we've got a bit more room in here. Brand new hinges, because the other ones went a bit rusty. And I think that was from the chemicals. And then this is the new latrine. I have got to put a hole in here to make it easier to get it out, to be honest. At the moment, I'm sticking my nails underneath there. So this is it. It's from Amazon. It's very simple. It's got a nice seat. It's a good height. And then inside there, you've just got a container, which is really poor design because look, it tapers away. You can't even pick it up. So you have to get your hands around there. It is nice and clean. It's nice and deep, so we can use it several times before we're worried about it sloshing over. And then that comes out and that just goes in the house. Empty that, give it a clean, give it a wash out, and then it's straight back in. And you can't go wrong with that. That has got to be better than the smell of those horrible chemicals. As I say, there's a couple of design flaws with it. That really is one of them. You just cannot pick that up. It's hopeless. Look at it. I can't do that. So that's its only design flaw, but it's nice and big. Good seat. Mrs. Baby likes it. And what make is that? Crystals. I will show you the price of that. That will appear on screen shortly, and where we got it from. And that just slides underneath there. And as I said, the old one used to slide underneath there, but it's not vented at all. So it was just a load of chemicals pushed into a little small box, and they would just infiltrate the van, and it was horrible. Now, beautiful and fresh, not a problem. Really pleased with that. And that is why you will never ever get me to recommend using a chemical toilet in a stealth camper van again. So much nicer, trust me. So I'm in the garage now, and we've got a few things coming up on the channel. One of them is this. Look at that beauty. I'm not going to show you too much of this, but this will hold 300 kilograms fully loaded. And that, my friends, is going to be a big adventure for me and Big Jace. We are going to hit the river, we're going to find somewhere to stealth camp, and we're going to stealth camp. You're wondering how I'm going to get it there? Well, I'm going to try and get it on the roof of the van, but this is 37 kilograms. Now, Big Jace thinks that I'm a bit of a wimp, that I can't lift it myself, and he said he can do it with one arm because he bench presses 35 kilograms on each arm. Or whatever he calls it. I'm not familiar with the weightlifting terms. I don't think that's a bench press, is it? Curling? Is it curling? Come on, Big Jace. Anyway, he's a pretty strong fella, as you know. And we'll be using this, and he'll be helping me to get it on top of the van. Let me show you what I've done to the top of the van. So as you saw in a previous video, I fitted the roof rails, and they go to the length of the van. And then I've got these roof bars made by this company. And they are going to be put on when I need the boat. They're not going to stay on there because I don't like them. They're unsightly. But when the boat has been lifted on and we've got it somewhere near, I'm going to put some little boat holders, if you like. They're like curves. Let's let this car go past. They're like curved brackets that will hold the boat in place. And I've got that to do. But first of all, I need to get Big Jace round here to help me get it on the roof of the van. I've watched a few videos on how you get a boat up there. And the main one is that you lean it against the back. So you lean it against the back there, and then you pivot it as much as you can. Mine will be on the back of the van with a bit of carpet protecting it, and you lever it up and then slide it across. So I might have to get a bit of wood to slide along the rails, but we'll sort that out when I can finally get Big Jace round here. He's too busy. Just coming into the house now. Cat the dog will be about. And then the final big part of the channel that's coming up, which is going to be huge. Let me show you Cat. Here she is, always waiting to greet me. Oh, I wish Mrs. Baby would greet me like this. She does, but she doesn't do the twirls. Good girl. She's gone. She's back. Yeah, so the other big piece of news on the channel coming up are those aeroplane tickets that me and Jay-Z have booked. Me and Big Jace are going abroad. I can't tell you what we're going to be doing, but we are going to be stealth camping. And what I'm going to do is document the journey. We'll have the journey there, perhaps for half an hour video. Then we'll have what we're doing when we get there. We'll have the stealth camp and we'll have the journey home. I've already been trying to wind Big Jace up by not telling him where the hotel is and things like that. He keeps texting me, where's the hotel? How are we getting from the airport to the hotel? Oh, he wants everything organised. I'm not an organiser. So what I would have done is just arrive at the airport, can't tell you where, jump out of the airport, look for a train or a taxi. I know it's a good couple of hours to get to where we're going once we've landed. And then I would have just got there. Big Jace wants to know the time we're landing,
Not really.
where we're landing,
Not really.
what the Ubers are.
Not really.
He wants to compare that to train prices.
Not really.
He just wants to organise it. And I'm not letting him. I'm not telling him. So hopefully we'll get Big Jace wound up on the day. He loves it. He loves it. It's not bullying. He's too big to bully. So as the kettle goes on, that is it from me. It's just a little bit of an update one. I haven't been able to get out this week to do a stealth camp. We've just had too much on, really, to be honest, and both of us have been working. So I'm on nights tonight. So that'll be it, really. So that's it from Steve the Transit Camper. A little bit of an update. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time with a stealth camp. Or me and Big Jace trying out the boat. That's going to be hilarious. See you next time.